Malfunctions can happen to any gun owner, and if you've got friends who don't have AKs, you'll probably watch them go through it. No, just kidding. They can still happen on an AK. They're just a lot more rare and a lot easier to fix. The first one is a failure to fire. This is either from a dead round or the magazine didn't pick up. Tia clicked, got no bang. She's just gonna rack it real quick and get back to it. That's all there is to a failure to fire on an AK. It would look like this for a failure to fire. Quick pause, you might have noticed that Tia used her firing hand to rack it and get back on the gun. That's counterculture to the tactical over the top or underneath move. The reason being, not only that it's faster. Why is it faster, you say? Well, because you're still on target and the gun hasn't had to move. You're not having to bring your face off of it or reach over or around to do craziness like that. The second reason, probably the biggest one, is Dima, Center T, Spetsnaz veteran, trained us on AKs. That's what he teaches. So if you want to argue against him, you're welcome to, but let us know first so we can watch. Our second type of malfunction is right there staring at us. It is the failure to eject. You click and get a dead trigger. Solve that by racking. Look at that, it fixed it. In case you thought that was a fluke, we'll do it one more time. Tia's gonna pull the trigger, dead trigger, she racks it, it kicks out that round, and she's back in the fight. That simple. Love the AK. Here's a nasty one. The Type 3, also called the double feed, can happen maybe with a lousy mag. More often than not though, it's the extractor slipping off the casing and not pulling it out. What happens here is you're pointed in, safety off, and you take your shot, you get a dead or funky trigger. You're gonna rack it, and guess what? Nothing happened, it only got worse. So now you remove the magazine, rack it a few times, make sure everything's clear, mag back in, rack, and you're ready to shoot. So here we are once more with that Type 3, but now at speed. Pull the trigger, nothing happens. You rack it, because that's the instinct, nothing happens. Remove the magazine, rack it a couple times. That giant opening on the bottom of the receiver is what lets things fall out, and you're back in. Once again, note how much quicker Tia was able to get and stay on target, because at the end she transitioned to her left hand supporting the gun, right hand did the racking. So now I'll get to do a Type 3 just for the fun of it. Squeeze, nothing happens. Rack it, nothing happened. Take a look, it's bad. Gonna remove that magazine, rack it, kicked everything out, mag back in, rack it, and we're back on. Malfunctions with the AK don't happen very often. In fact, very seldom. Just be warned though, if you go to a non-AK class and during the malfunction sections, you raise your hand and ask to be excused or to take a break during this period, they will look at you funny. Ask me how I know. Anyways, if you should ever experience those with your AK, hopefully you've seen from this video that it's pretty easy to clear, especially if you stop with the tactical silliness of reaching over or reaching under and just use your right hand to rack and stay right there on target. Thanks for watching. Just in case you thought that was a fluke, here it is again at a different angle. Tia's gonna pull the trigger, and the hammer coming forward kicked it out. You can't stop a freaking AK.